Hi guys, welcome to the Kopa X Hangouts experience. My name is OJ and I'm going to be your host for today. I'm super excited and glad to be here today because today we'll be talking about a very important topic, and it is how to maximize your NYC service year. So right before we begin to explore the different ways you can maximize your NYC service year, I'd like to give us a brief overview of the Kopa X project, who we are, what we do, and why we are here. So the Kopa X project is an initiative powered by the King Leadership Network, and our mission is to help core members just like yourself transition seamlessly from service year into the value market. And we do this by connecting core members to training and internship opportunities, preparing them for work and career. So basically, our mission is to help core members transition seamlessly from service year into the value market. Kopa X is an acronym that stands for K for knowledgeable, O for optimistic, P for patriotic, A for accountable, and X for exceptional. So we like to say that we are a league of exceptional core members. So once again, you're welcome to the Kopa X Hangouts experience. Like I said earlier, my name is OJ and I will be your host for today. Our topic for today is how to maximize your NYC service year. So right before we begin to explore the different ways we can maximize our NYC service year, I think it's very important that we establish why. Why should you maximize your NYC service year, right? So first off, most times a lot of us see service year as just a requirement or an obligation, right? I'm here to just serve Nigeria, get my certificate, and I'm out. But then it's very important that you see it beyond that if you intend to maximize it and make the most of this time and opportunity. First, you need to see your NYC year as a rare window to build, learn, connect, and gain clarity before entering the value market, right? Isn't it important and great that, you don't have to graduate from school and then be thrown into the value market like that without any heads up, right? So this NYC service year is a very crucial season, and it's a rare window because nobody gets to serve more than once, right? All we get is a one-time opportunity to serve, and all we get is this one-time opportunity to gain clarity, to build, to learn, and to connect. So it's very important that you see it as a rare window that you should maximize and to make the most of, right? So you need to see your NYC year, the 10, 11 months duration of the service year, as just an obligation or just a requirement, to seeing it as a rare window that you can maximize and make the most of, that will in turn help you build a better and brighter future. Right. So first, we have already established that it's important that you maximize your NYC service year because it's a rare window for you to build, learn, connect, and gain clarity before entering the value market. So it's very important that you also make the most of this opportunity. Make every day in this service year pay tribute to your future. Make every day count, every week, every month, or the entire duration count for your future. So now that we have established why you should maximize your NYC service year, we're going right into the different ways that you can do that. Number one is to network intentionally and build meaningful relationships. Again, network intentionally and build meaningful relationships. This is very important. Why? Because you get to meet a lot of people during this duration of your service year, from camp to PPA to CDS and all of that. You get to meet a whole lot or a wide range of people. So then when you meet people who you feel are doing something that are in alignment with what you would like to do in the future, or something that will be valuable for you in the future, it's important that you go beyond just admiring them to networking intentionally. So how do you do that? You say hello, you ask questions, and then you go beyond that to staying in touch. So say you meet someone maybe in camp or at your PPA or during CDS, and then you see that, this person has done amazing things, or you just see that, this person will be great for my journey. It's important to go to meet them, say, hi, hello, my name is OJ. I see what you do. This is very amazing. How do you get to do this? Can we stay in touch? Can I get your contacts and all of that? And when you do get their contacts, ensure that you stay in touch. Don't just collect contacts and then go silent on them. No, stay in touch, follow up with them. Say, hi, this is OJ. We met at this place. It's nice connecting with you. And then you take it up from there, right? So it's important that you say hello, ask questions, and stay in touch if you intend to network intentionally and build meaningful relationships. Second point under this is to attend events and workshops. It is said that you find valuable people in a place where knowledge is being shared. So as much as you go to this event, apply for to attend this event either online or offline. Also go there with the mindset to intentionally connect with people there and to build meaningful relationships. So yes, it's important that you attend events and workshops because you get to meet more people at this event. You get to meet people at these different workshops and trainings. So thirdly, under this point is to build authentic relationship with your mentors, peers, and colleagues. Emphasis on authentic, right? That you don't just meet people for just what you intend to gain from them, but you connect with them because you value them as a people, right? So it's not just a give and take kind of relationship, but make it authentic, right? And like we said here, you never can say your next opportunity may come from a fellow core member. So yes, build authentic relationships with people. Say hello to people. Be nice to them. Be friendly. Don't be that person who always wants to be by themselves, right? So say hello to people, connect with them, stay in touch with them, and build authentic relationships with them. Last point under this is that don't just collect contacts, but build real connections. This is very important. It's so easy to exchange contacts at events and at different places, but what's very important is that you follow up on these conversations, follow up on the contacts you collect, and then build real connections from there. You can't really build a real connection from just the event you met them at. No, you collect the contacts and then you build the connection after the event, right? So second way you can maximize your NYC year is by building high level and in demand skills. So emphasis on high level and in demand. So it's important that as you build skills, as you look out for skills to build, look out for skills that are in demand, right? What are companies and organizations, employers looking out for? Those are the skills that you should sort out for, right? And high level skills and not just basic skills that everybody else has. So if you're looking to build skills, you're looking to build skills that give you an edge over, your competitors, give you an edge during interviews and all of those things. So build high level and in demand skills. Here we say that you can learn tools like Excel, Canva, Trello, and Google Docs. So these are skills that are very important for you to learn if you're looking to build a career, right? Because you need to learn how to use Excel, Canva, and any of those other tools that will help your journey depending on what your career path is. Secondly, for you to build high level and in-demand skills, you need to leverage free learning platforms and trainings. So we have Coursera, we have YouTube, and all of those other platforms. We also have the Kopa X project. We currently have a cybersecurity training going on, and it's free and fully sponsored for core members. So this is a free training that you can leverage because it doesn't always come all the time, and it's specifically for core members. So if this NYC duration is over, you don't get a chance to be a part of this kind of training. So leverage these platforms and trainings when you see them, right? Free learning platforms and trainings. You have the luxury of time now. You have the resource of time now in your hands as a core member. So it's very important that you leverage this season to learn high level and in demand skills by leveraging free learning platforms and trainings. They don't have to be always paid, even though you would have to pay for some trainings if you have to, depending on your career path. But as much as possible, leverage the ones that are free and don't require so much from you except your time and attention. Thirdly, focus on high demand skills. I'd already said this earlier, that focus on skills that are in high demand. So there are a lot of skills that a lot of people know, everybody knows already. But then companies are looking out for that special one. They're looking out for the skills that are not often learned, the skills that people do not usually go for because it's not very easy to learn, right? So focus on those kind of skills and build on them. It really gives you an edge when you eventually transition into the value market, because then people can see that, oh, you have this skill and not everybody has it. Imagine in a candidate or you are applying for a job and then there are like 10 candidates applying for the same job and you're the only person who has a particular skill that is necessary for that job. Who are they going to give the job? Who are they going to grant an interview opportunity and eventually the opportunity to begin the role? You, of course, who has the skill. So it's very important that you focus on high demand skills and build them. Here we listed a few: writing, data analysis, design, cybersecurity. These are skills that you don't often find all the time. So it's very important that you focus. It doesn't have to be any of these skills listed, but whatever aligns with your career path that is, you believe is high demand for the industry you're getting into, make sure that you focus on it and build a skill in it while in service, while you still have the luxury of time during your service year. Right. So thirdly, another way you can maximize your NYC service year is by positioning yourself for internships and jobs. How do you do this? Keep your CV and LinkedIn updated. Very important. Now, organizations look out for digital footprints. So you need to keep your LinkedIn updated. What are you doing part time? What have you learned? What skill have you learned? What are you doing? What are you building? Employers are going to look out for these things, and it's very important that you keep it updated. It keeps you properly positioned for job opportunities. Also, keep your CV updated. I understand that oftentimes when you apply for different roles, you need to tweak your CV time to time to fit the particular role you apply for. But that is what it should be, a tweak. Not that you're doing a complete overhaul when an opportunity comes by. That way, you're not positioning yourself for jobs and internship opportunities. So ensure that you keep your CV and your LinkedIn updated per time. So when opportunities come, it's easy for you to get an upper hand in gaining those opportunities, right? Secondly, or positioning yourself for internships and jobs, another way you can do this is to apply for virtual and physical internships, even short-term ones. Now, employers and organizations are looking for people who have hands-on experience. They want to see what you have done, what you're able to do. So apply for virtual and physical internships, even if they are unpaid. Now you have the leverage of receiving some sort of stipend from the federal government because of the duration of the service year, right? So you don't necessarily have to now be looking out for just paid internships, even if that is a possibility. But then you have the option of also applying for unpaid internships. What this does for you is that you build hands-on experience, you gain valuable skills, and then you can also add it to your CV. So when you're applying for roles in that sector, in that industry, you can already say that, oh, this is what I've been able to do. I interned with this organization for 2 months, 3 months. I was able to do this, and this. Once again, this gives you an edge and gives you better chances at getting opportunities in that career path. So apply for virtual and physical internships, regardless of the length or the duration. It can be a month, it can be 2 months, 3 months, but ensure that you have as much as possible. If you come across the opportunities, apply for internships so that you're better positioned for jobs after service year. Thirdly, this one is very important and tricky. It is to treat your PPA like a real job, build credibility and references. Oftentimes, core members see their PPA as, they don't take it as a real job. Like, I mean, I'm just here, I'm just serving you for free. You're not paying me, so why should I show up consistently? Why should I work excellently? But that is wrong. That's a wrong mindset to have, right? If you're really positioning for jobs and opportunities, because this is a way for you to build credibility. This is a way for you to gain hands-on experience. This is a way for you to gain skills that will be relevant for you in your journey along the line. And it's also a good way for you to get references, good references. Like they say, relationship is currency. So who can say, you never can say, right, if your line manager right now will be the one who will refer you for an opportunity later on in the future. So treat your PPA as a real job, right? Show up consistently, do it excellently. Like we already said, there's a popular quote that says, whatever is worth doing is worth doing well, right? So if you're going to show up at your PPA, do that excellently. That way, you are able to build credibility from your employers, and then you're also able to build good relationships that will eventually be very valuable for you along the line. Fourthly, another way you can maximize your NYSC service year is to document and apply intentionally. Document your journey. This is very important. We oftentimes just allow the 1 year duration to just pass. You don't capture anything. You don't document your journey. Like I already said previously, employers now look out for digital footprints. So capture lessons from your PPA, your CDS, your personal growth, and share on the platforms that you're on. I would recommend LinkedIn because these are the kind of platforms that employers and organizations go to when they are scouting for, talent and recruiting, right? So capture lessons from your PPA, your CDS. What did you learn? What happened? How are you growing? How has this service year impacted your personal growth, your professional growth? Share it on there, right? Secondly, keep track of achievements, challenges, and wins. This is very, very important. Keep track of your achievements. You can say, oh, while I was in my company, while I was at my PPA, I was able to achieve this, and this. I experienced this challenge, but I was able to do this to overcome this challenge, and this is what it resulted into. This is very important because now you have built a portfolio, you have built experience, you have built a good CV, something you can add to your CV, right? So keep track of your achievements. Don't just do things and not document it. No, that would be bad. That would be a disservice to yourself. So keep track of your achievements. If you're able to do anything, it doesn't even matter the intensity of the task that you did. Is it small? Is it big? It doesn't matter. Keep track of it, right? Employers look out for these things. They want to see your thought process. They want to know, what can you do? What have you been able to achieve? So it's important that you document all of these things intentionally. And if you can, document them on your digital platforms, online, on LinkedIn, Instagram, social media, wherever you are most active on. Like I already said, I recommend LinkedIn, but share it on your social media platforms. Another reason why you need to document and apply intentionally is that this helps with job interviews, personal clarity, and storytelling. How? So if you document your journey and you were able to achieve something, because if you do things and you don't document them, you're not able to keep track of them. You're not able to measure your progress and your growth, right? So, but if you do document these things, it helps you with job interviews. So you can tell employers, oh, while I was at my PPA, while I was a serving corps member, I was able to do this. I experienced this challenge and I was able to do this. They get to have a sneak peek into your thought process and how you handle crisis and all of those things. So it's very important that you document and apply intentionally. Document your journey. Right now, on applying early and strategically, it's very, very, very important. Start scouting for roles that align with your future career path now. It would be wrong to wait until service year is over, which is the mistake that oftentimes we make. By the time service year is over, there is already a lot of pressure, and now you're not even looking out for roles that align with the future career goals that you have set. You're just looking out for roles that can pay your bills, which will not be the best way to go about it, right? So start scouting for roles early, roles that align with your future career path, and start applying early. Don't wait until NYSC ends. Get ahead of the curve. Get ahead of the curve, right? Apply now. Apply early. Scout. What industry would you like to explore? What industry are you going into after service year? Start looking out for roles. And by scouting early for roles, you also are able to know what employers are looking out for the different roles that you're applying for. And then you can then prepare adequately while still in service year. That way you have a better opportunity and a better chance of getting an interview opportunity and getting job roles. Thirdly, tailor your application using real experiences from your service year. This is very, very, very important. So tailor your applications, right? So before you apply for a particular role, what has your track record from your NYSC year, your PPA? What can that add to your application? Say you're applying for a writing role. You can say, oh, I wrote this for my company and it brought this amount of revenue into the company. That way employers already see that, oh, you have track record, you've done something valuable, and then they would want to recruit you. So this also gives you an edge when you're applying for jobs. So tailor your applications using real experiences from your service year or even from your undergraduate days. Whatever is in alignment with that particular role that you're applying for, that you already have an experience in, include that experience in your application, because organizations and employers are looking out for these things, right? Fifth way you can maximize your NYSC service year is to serve beyond obligation. Like I already said at the beginning, and you should serve beyond obligation. This time you're volunteering actively in your CDS and your community, not just because you were asked to do it, but because you see it as a way for you to, impact the community you have been deployed to serve, to also impact the lives that are there, right? So volunteer actively in your CDS and community. Don't just do it as an obligation, but do it voluntarily, right? Because purposeful service builds confidence and opens doors. So by the time you purposely serve and volunteer actively in your CDS or community, you're able to build confidence because you're able to say, oh, I was able to carry out this program, this task when I was serving in my PPA. And then it builds confidence for you. Also, it opens doors, right? You never can say who you would meet in the process of this while you were carrying out your duties and in your community or PPA, or maybe from sharing that experience. You never can say, oh, somebody can come across and say, oh, this is amazing work and we'd like to work with you, yada, yada, yada. This is very, very important. Purposeful service builds confidence and opens doors for you. So you're able to see your strength. You're able to see that, oh, I excel at managing programs. I excel at organizing stuff. I excel at this. So it builds confidence for you. You're able to see your strengths and your weaknesses. You're able to see the things that you're good at, and it also opens doors for you. Thirdly, on this point, we say that the impact you make now could shape your future. Very important. You could just go for a, community development service, and then you just realize, oh, this is very important. I see that this world, there's a problem here I would like to solve, and that way you have already started shaping your future because you're solving a problem already, right? So the impact you make now could shape your future. So serve beyond obligation. Serve beyond the obligation. This is very, very, very important, that you do not just serve as an obligation or a requirement, but you do it actively. Because, like we already said, purposeful service builds confidence and opens doors. The impact you make now could also shape your future. So, we have explored 4 very important ways for you to maximize your NYSC service year. I trust that we've been able to gain a thing or two that we're going to implement, and I will look forward to hearing your testimonies. Now, final thoughts. Your NYSC year is a golden window. Don't sleep on it, like I had already said earlier. This opportunity comes only but once. You don't get to serve again. You don't get to have this luxury of time again. So don't sleep on this opportunity. Grow. Intentionally grow, right? Serve, connect, and explore. Explore your strengths, your interests, your passions, and all of those things. Make the most of this opportunity. Make this year count for your future self. Like I said earlier, make every day in your service year pay tribute to your future, that you can look back when you 5 years later, you can look back and say, oh, because I did this during my service year, I'm able to be at this place now. And then you'll be grateful. You can look back on your journey with gratitude because you made the year count. So your NYC year is a golden window, and it's important that you see it that way and make the most of the opportunity. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being a part of this session. I'll be looking forward to share with us in the comments what stood out for you. Share with us in the comments what stood out for you while you watched. What would you like to implement going forward? What have you already started implementing, and what has the progress been like for you, so that others can also see and be encouraged. So once again, thank you very much for joining the Kopa X Hangout experience. My name is OJ, and I'm glad I was your host for today. I believe this session was really valuable to you, and I look forward to hearing your testimonies after applying this. Thank you very much, and have an awesome rest of the day. Bye.